Hello, dragon artists! Today we are going to draw the dolphins jumping out of the water in front of Chagwido Island. Earlier this year, the fourth grade went on a field trip to Chagwido Island, and while we were on the ferry out to the island, we saw the dolphins jumping out of the water. So I thought this would be a great opportunity for us to remember that moment. So I'm starting today with a blank sheet of white paper, and I am going to draw in a marker, but I encourage you to draw in pencil. So dolphins are a little tricky to draw, so I'm going to show you a fast, speeded up clip of the drawing, and I even suggest that maybe you want to try on a scratch piece of paper just to practice first. I did that with my dolphin, and I practiced before I drew it on the paper. And you also want to make sure that you're drawing it the right size. You don't want a giant dolphin to cover up the entire page, otherwise we won't be able to fit the islands in the background. Alright, now we are going to begin, and I'm slowing the video down this time instead of speeding it up. So we are going to think about where we want our dolphin on the paper and at what angle we want him to be seen. And then I'm going to start by drawing his bottlenose. Now dolphins have some tiny teeth, but we aren't going to be drawing those today. I'm going to next go on to his head, or also known as his melon. A dolphin's head is called their melon. Now his dorsal fin. That's the sharp fin that points out of the water, and it also looks like a sharp fin. Now I'm going to try to match up the rest of his body, making sure that I'm starting the rest of his body on the other side. So I saw the overlap of his dorsal fin to curve down. Now we are going to draw the bottom part of his mouth and move on to his belly. Now you could see before I began to draw, I just used my pen in the air to make sure that I knew where I wanted my line to go. Now we're using overlapping again to draw his flipper, or his pectoral fin, and again using my overlapping drawing skills, I'm going to continue his body and bring it all the way down. Now we'll begin to draw his tail, bringing the shape down, and you can design it and do it in a lot of different ways. This isn't what a dolphin's tail looked like, it just happened to be the way that I drew it. And I encourage you to change your dolphin up as much as you'd like. I went for a more realistic look, but if you want to maybe draw a Zentangle inside your dolphin, or maybe put him in clothing, be as creative as you want to. Here is his other pectoral fin, and I'm trying to make this look like it is behind the dolphin on the other side of his belly. Now I'm going to draw kind of the underside, or an area to give me a color change. And I'm bringing that all the way down, and this is where, I'm moving my flipper up just a little bit to make a more distinct line, and this is going to give me an area to color two different shades of gray. There's his eyeball and his blowhole, where he breathes and blows water out. So that was a really fast drawing of a dolphin. You might need to go back and rewind and practice again in a couple different areas. Hit the pause button as much as you need. Alright, once you have that rock star dolphin drawn on your paper, we are going to be ready to add the background scene of our picture. The dolphin is going to be in the foreground of our photograph. So now we're going to be drawing what's in the background. Now this is Chagwido Island, and I'm just going to be looking at the picture of Chagwido, which is made up of 3 separate islands. So feel free, I'm also going to add a couple dolphins in the back, but that is going to be your choice with what you want to draw. So here is my horizon line. Now my horizon line, I'm just using a slightly wavy line, and this is going to be where the ocean stops and the sky begins. So now I'm going to draw some of the islands in the background, and I'm looking at the photo and trying to follow the natural curve of the mountain and giving a little bit of space, practicing beforehand. You can tell I'm even drawing when I'm not putting the paper down. Just try your best. This is the main picture. Everything else after this is just basic details. I'm adding some rocks in the front just to make the island look as though it's going into the ocean. And this part is fun. I'm going to draw some friends for my dolphin. Just their dorsal fins coming out and some waves in the ocean. But feel free to change your picture as much as you'd like to. I'm going to speed up the drawing now. Be as creative as you want and turn this scene into your own. Maybe you even want to have a couple of your friends waving to you on the mountain, or you want to have somebody in a sailboat in the back. Maybe you're riding the dolphin. It's all up to you. Now that I have my basic drawing down, I've added some awesome clouds and some extra details. I'm using a thicker marker to help me define the areas that I want in the front. I'm going to be using some markers to color mine in. I encourage you to use markers or colored pencils if you have them. These are really fun things to add color to, or you can even just use a pencil to add some shading. I'm making some lines for my horizon line, my dolphins, and then some of the lines I'm not going to use the thicker marker on, so I'm going to use a variation of sizes, a lot of different sizes to help me accent the areas that I want the viewer to look at. Once you finish with your artwork, upload it to Seesaw and I can't see what you make. Thanks for creating with me.